Good evening and welcome to the Business Day. I am Vashan Brown. A note this evening from the Finance Minister that the reluctance to use digital channels to conduct business is affecting the island's productivity. Dr. Nigel Clark argued that Jamaica's dream to become a digital society will never be realized if more Jamaicans don't go online. Andrew Laidley reports.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness has signaled that the transition towards a digital society has already started. That's because the government is making it easier for Jamaicans to conduct business through various state-owned online platforms. But the latest data from Tax Administration Jamaica show that most Jamaicans aren't buying into that idea.
80% of the business that Jamaicans, residents, citizens go to the tax office to transact and to conduct, 80% of that business could be done online. In other words, we could reduce the congestion at our tax offices down to 20% of what it is today by persons taking advantage of the opportunity to use the online facilities.
The Finance Minister says that's because Jamaicans continue to avoid three crucial components which are integral to the digital transition.
Far too many Jamaicans do not possess a bank account, and far too many Jamaicans do not have access to the internet.
So now that the COVID-19 pandemic is putting more pressure on public resources, the Finance Minister is arguing that Jamaicans' reluctance to go online is starting to affect overall productivity on the island.
Lack of access to identification and lack of access to bank accounts and lack of access to the internet slows our economy down and does not allow us to move to higher levels of productivity.
Andrew Laidley, TVJ News.
The Ministry of Labour and Social Security is working with employers to retain workers. This as the country continues to grapple with the economic and the social fallout from the coronavirus pandemic. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry, Colette Roberts-Risden, says if employers have to lay off persons, they're being urged to provide them with some level of income that can help to sustain them during the period. However, where employers have to lay off people and those are unavoidable, Mrs. Roberts-Risden advised employers to be guided by the provisions of the Employment Termination and Redundancy Payment Act. Currency traded ended today with the US dollar selling for $142.80. The Canadian dollar is going for $103.33. The pound is going for $177.99, while the euro closed at $156.27. The JC Index lost 12,250 points today, while the Junior Market Index is up by 17 points. Among the winners were Main Event Entertainment Group, Knutsford Express Services, Consolidated Bakeries, Radio Jamaica, and First Rock Capital Holdings US dollar shares. On the losing side were Scotia Group, T-Tech, JMMB Group 7.25%, Kingston Properties, and Siboney Group. And that's the Business Day. I'm Vashan Brown. Good evening.